stuff is your wallet hurts and your teeth hurt. Anyway. Well, back on the horse, I guess. I do apologize, ladies and gentlemen, for whatever's going on right now. I've never had my setup mess with me this much. I'm used to it messing with me, but this much is that's a personal best. So yeah, I apologize for that. I might have to. Nah, we'll see. We'll see how if we can do all 3 runs still, assuming like no issues from now. I might be able to do all 3 runs, or else we're just gonna do 2 if the problems persist and I have to fix them. We'll see. But that's interesting, Spice Father. I've never heard about that before. So, back on Windows 7, I think, and even Windows 8, I think, you could switch off Windows updates, so it just didn't update at all. You should still be able to do that for 10, right? I mean, I have as per default updates enabled because when I'm not streaming, it's fine that it says oh, here's an update. Please restart your computer. I mean, I want the updates, but just not during a speed run, please. And I even think that it was gonna restart 1 hour into the runs if I hadn't restarted manually, because I think that's the warning it gave me that it was gonna do that. So it's probably a good thing that I decided to restart it. Really, you cannot? Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm gonna conceal my my thoughts on that subject for the time being. Wow, I cannot believe that that is true. That is the most ridiculous thing I've heard all day. You cannot. Wow. Okay, whatever, Windows. As a rule of thumb, I do want the updates, I just want to be able to choose whenever I get them. Don't just give them to me as soon as they're deployed, because I might be busy, so please fuck off. I can see myself getting like worst possible clock or something now. Let's see what happens, but if that does happen, I think it's confirmed that something or someone does not want me to perform today. For the most part, I just laugh it off whenever, when the game crashes during like world record pace runs and stuff like that. I just laugh it off because I think it's typical that it happens. Fortunately, I'm capable of dealing with it with a smile on my face, but it's a bit ridiculous today. Yes, I will say that. Data on the phone. Yeah, if you watch like streams, or if you stream like video or music on like YouTube and Twitch or something on your phone using your mobile data, it's gonna eat your data like there's no tomorrow. It's ridiculous. I have like, I think it's 8 or no, I have 12 actually. 12 gigabytes of data with my phone subscription thingy. What's it called actually? I know what it's called in Danish, but whenever you like pay a monthly fee and you get you know, so and so much data and, you know, hours to talk and stuff like that. Something like that, yep. But I actually only use like 2 or 3. And that's when I'm using my phone that month. For the most part, it'll be less than 1 gigabyte a month that I'm using. So, obviously you guys will be able to tell that I don't use my phone a whole lot. It's not that I don't want to, you know, I just avoid like watching streams and stuff on my phone because I know it takes, or, you know, uses a ridiculous amount of data, but yeah, that sounds. But what else do you get for that money than Spicefather? Because that sounds ridiculous compared to here in Denmark. Because I pay. I need to convert my currency into yours. Let me think for a moment. Without actually fucking this up as well. So I pay. It'd be 89. And I need to. I pay around 12 to $14 a month for what I got, and that's like I can talk as much on the phone as I no that's a lie. I can talk for 8 hours on the phone a month. I can send as many text messages as I want, and I have 12 gigabytes of data for around $14 a month. That is. It seems like I've got a better deal than you. Then it might be that, you know, having a phone and using data and all that stuff is just cheaper here. Guys, it sounds like I have, you know, I can talk on the phone more than you can, and I can spend more data than you can, and I pay like much less than you do. Oh! It's not as nice as last time, but it's basically the same. Oops, that's what I was talking about with the movement there. If you're not careful for a moment. We're only 5 seconds ahead now or something like that. But it is still ahead, so most of the world has better deals than Canadians. Damn. That sounds rough. Oh yeah, but the Canadian dollar is... I can't remember the rates for the Canadian and the American dollar. Which one is worth more, if you understand? Because it might be like $20 than in Canadians dollars that I'm paying. If, you know, it's less crowns to the dollar with Canadian dollars. Definitely sounds weird, but the only thing I know about Canada, I can mention a few of the cities, and I know your flag, and I know your position geographically on a map. But that's about the extent of my knowledge. I'm a bit ignorant when it comes to Canada. Don't get me wrong, I'm a bit ignorant when it comes to the world in general. I haven't seen much of the world, unfortunately. Not from a lack of desire, though. I'd say I know more about, obviously, about European countries than I do about, well, the States and Canada and Asian countries and stuff like that. But that's not weird, you know. You usually know more about the geographical zone that you live in and those around you than, you know, the rest of the world. I think that's a very common and ordinary thing, so. Well, I just said that I didn't know a lot about America either, so, you know. Though when I took the test, I could actually name, what was it, 46 of the American states out of, you know, the total. So, I guess that was okay. There was no time limit, so I just sat there, you know. I think it took me 1 hour to name them, the 46 that I could. But, you know, there's a difference between being able to name a state and then know, you know, its history and sightseeing spots and all that stuff. I do want to go to America sometime. It's definitely on my list. I don't know which part specifically yet, but in time I will make that decision as well. I don't think it'll be, you know... Oh, this was actually right. I was doubting myself for a moment there. Hold on a second. I need to do this. I don't think it would be like California or that coast. I don't have a particular interest in that part of the States. There's definitely more allure and draw, and it draws me more when I think about, like, you know, New York City, for instance. Though my big brother has been there a few times now. Mostly the East Coast, actually. I don't think he's been to the West Coast yet. And he speaks highly of it, so definitely looking forward to it. I think he's been 3 times or something. Anyway, that was a decent apartment. We've got a perfect clock. Overall execution was above what I could expect, considering I haven't played this game in forever. So, I'm quite satisfied. Yeah, I did say that we lost around 2 seconds to the room right after the clock, and those can be seen on my split there, so we're only 5 seconds ahead right now. Those can easily be lost, unfortunately, to small dumb mistakes, which I most likely will make in a D-Rust run anyway. But I guess we'll just focus on getting down the execution for the next run. So at least we don't lose too much time in that one to dumb mistakes. RNG is RNG, I can't really control it, so... I don't think I don't think this game has any RNG manipulation at all. You have no way of knowing, without cheating, what kind of RNG you're gonna get. Nice. Very crucial that I remembered to pick up that steel pipe there. Without it, there's no finishing the run. It's needed for a room later on. You literally cannot leave that room if you don't have it.
Did you find the lady you're looking for? What's her name? Mary?
I actually forgot that the cutscene comes after a short while, not immediately there. I press the pause button. But fortunately the pause button doesn't actually lose me any time, because pausing also pauses the in-game time clock. Or in-game timer, I should say. Alright, this execution right here, I've never been able to do it. Yeah, I fucked it up again. Well, I even think this was more smooth than I usually execute that room. Right here, when you leave to this staircase, if you hold down hold down on the left analog stick, he's gonna actually be moving up instead. So you have to wait like a brief period of time before you hit down on the left analog stick, if you have 2D controls enabled. If you don't, you're gonna be running in the opposite direction due to the camera issue that I described earlier. You know, it's little things like that that you discover over the course of many speedruns of this game. And you know, off stream I practice them and try to find a way around them, but usually the best solution is just to wait with my input till I know for certain that the camera has caught up. But for some rooms you can just hold the analog stick while going through the loading zone. It's fine. It's some very specific ones where you can't. Alright, do you guys have the passcode, or should I write it down myself? It's 2221. 2221. Pretty easy one too. Alright, thanks for the assistance, Spice Feather, as always. I appreciate it, man. I have no idea what I would do without you. Oh, I actually know. I would fuck up the run and rip the run. And that would be bad. Let's not have that happening. At least not if we can avoid it. Alright, the second passcode is 2853. 2853. Definitely not as bad as last time where the run ripped. To read, that is. There's a lot of 2s in today's codes. Today's codes were good. But yeah, thanks for the help, Spice Feather. I appreciate it. Time for Flesh Lips. This boss fight can go either way. That was pretty good. Not a gold split, but pretty good. I've had not many boss fights better than that, so that was pretty nice. For some reason, whenever Spice Feather is in here, I get good luck. He seems to be a bringer of good luck. Which is always nice to have, a guardian angel. The staircase is always a lot of fun. A lot of skipping going on there. 2D controls is a bit annoying for this room here due to the item we gotta pick up. It feels a bit awkward, so. Damn it, just lost some movement speed there. Minor issue though, it's okay. This one is annoying. Not only did the camera not cooperate, also lost some move speed. See shit. Alright. Almost done with hospital now. Easily the part of the run that I like or dislike the most. That's a rare issue right there. Instead of going through the door, he auto-aims. Which he does when there's a nurse nearby. That was pretty good. Basically the last challenge in the hospital is that corridor there and its execution. Can actually skip this text here. There we go. Slightly faster than mashing through it, but only like half a second, maybe a full second at most, depending on execution. But yeah, this game has a lot of cases or instances where you have to run at a blind angle because the camera is readjusting. So you can't really see where you're going, but you kind of just have to use your muscle memory and try to hit like a door or a hitbox blind. And it's hard. You know, it's one of the more difficult things I'd say about the run in general. The parts where you have to execute them blindly. I mean, I do have a good feeling of where the doors are and where the hitboxes are in general. But even still, I can still fuck them up once in a while. So in a perfect world, it would be nice if the camera was always, you know, pointing in a reasonable position or direction, but that is not always the case, unfortunately. This door should be unlocked, so I do not have to switch on my flashlight for that. And again, I lose some movement speed because I try to turn the camera around and he stops moving for some reason. Around here, I switch it back on. So let's get hit by these guys. And through the door. Wait here, like so, and let's go. So back in the day, it wasn't uncommon for me to having to set this text up in this on this street like 2 or 3 times before I got it. And it turns out that whenever you want text to stick on your screen, you have to stand still until both the text you want to stay on your screen is there, as well as the text in the lower left corner that says game saved. Once both of them are shown at the same time, that's when you can start moving, and then you won't lose the text while moving. So that was a really nice discovery I made. So here again I do it. So just stand still until you see both the text, and then you run. If you do that, you will not lose it. Because back in the day, I tried to move and, you know, set the text both at the same time, and it wasn't uncommon that I, you know, had to do it over 2 or 3 times before I got it. And now I don't leave it up to chance at all. There's a trick to it that I discovered. So once in a while, I'll do a practice session where I just try to discover new things in the game. I usually do them when I feel like I have a optimized run for my current skill level. So in other words, a run where I can really PB. So I need to discover, you know, new stuff in order to PB by a second or more. And during runs like that, I usually discover small time saves. But you know, what stands between me and a PB might be, you know, just that, a small time save on that's like a second or 2. So those are usually productive. I don't find a lot. I only find like minor stuff, and I've even found stuff that I have not put into my route, but that's because it's so inconsistent that it's basically like having another briefcase or hangman in your game that I don't want, because the potential time loss is way above the potential time save, and the risk is not worth it either. So there's a limitation to how much useful stuff I actually find and implement in my run. I find some stuff, but like every time I sit down to, you know, discover new tricks, I do find some weird quirks that I can do, but they are rarely useful, and those that are needs to not be a huge risk. Like I found a way to skip the cutscenes that happen between apartment and bowling alley. But there's a hitbox I need to hit, and it's incredibly precise, and if I don't hit it, it's gonna end up being slower. So, for instance, that I just don't go for it because during my practice sessions I just couldn't get it consistently enough. Like if I tried 10 times, maybe I would get it, 1 in 10 times or something like that. Maybe even worse, actually, now that I think about it. So, and it would only save me like a second or two. I don't think we're gonna. No, we're not gonna do blind hangman actually. Even though we got best possible clock, I do not have faith that we're also gonna get, Mr. Number 1 as the right hangman. I mean, so it's a 1 in 6 chance that we're gonna get it. If we get it, we win like 6 seconds, maybe 8. If we don't get it, we lose like 15 to 20 seconds. So again, the risk far outweighed the reward. Hence, I do not have the desire to actually go for it. I'm gonna swap to my steel pipe right before going through this door here. Guess we're gonna need it in a moment. We actually hit the well first try there as well. That's really nice. Seems like I'm getting consistent with that trick. I don't know if this is actually risky to hit the quick load 3 times in a row. I do it to make sure that it quick loads, that I actually hit the button. I don't know if there's any risk hitting it more than once, like it crashing or something like that. I hope not. I had to remember there which way to go. That's why I paused for half a second. I was like, whoa, what happened there? And here's where I go through the gate. It's this one. My cockatiel is very talkative today, apparently. He's making a lot of sounds. Fucking troll! That was not a cue for you to go berserk. I was just commenting on him. Yeah, I'm sorry guys if it killed your ears. She can be quite noisy. I usually don't move her because she really just wants to sit here and hang out with us. You know, the sounds that she does make is because she's happy. But yeah. If it really bothers someone in here, just let me know and I'll move her. I don't want you to sit here with, your ears hurting. So just let me know, I don't mind. I'd prefer if she stayed, but I don't mind if I have to move her. But I'm not gonna move her by myself. I need someone to ask me to. Because I do have these on, so it's not as irritating for me as it is for you probably. The first and only time that we're gonna pick up a healing item and use it even. There we go. I'm gonna be using the handgun for both Eddie and the body blocker that we're gonna encounter in a moment. So we're gonna stick with that for now. It's like a running topic among people who run this game. You know, finding a way to skip this elevator ride. Because it is quite lengthy. I did not save or lose any time in the prison. Which just means my prison is pretty optimized then. That wire cutter hitbox is incredibly close to the ladder, so you really want to, you know, slow down just to make sure you hit that wire cutter before you hit the ladder, which is what I demonstrated there. I don't know why they put two like hitboxes right next to each other like that. It's just a speedrun trap if I ever saw one. Maybe that's why they put it there. Nah, probably not. They probably didn't put something into the game just to annoy speedrunners. The game's a little too old for that, I think. So that guy is like basically the only monster that I do kill in this run, and that's because he blocks our path, so I just need to down him as fast as possible and run right over his corpse. Some people don't bother killing him and just pushes him, and I can't argue for which way is faster. I just do it this way. Mostly a habit, if anything. Alright, time for Hangman. I'm gonna guess number 3. I'm glad we didn't do it blindly. Oh, it was number 3. Wow. One point for me, man. That's the first. So it was the third body that we checked, which means we lose about 6 seconds having to find the right one instead of risking it blindly. Next up is the Eddie boss fight. The Eddie boss fight is divided into 2 phases. For phase 1, I'm gonna be sticking with the handgun because whether you use the handgun or the shotgun does not matter. It's a one shot either way. However, the handgun fires and aims slightly faster, like half a second or so, maybe even a full second faster than the shotgun does. And since you only need to fire once with either weapon, I believe that using the handgun is the faster option. Though, before you start phase 2, you didn't want to switch to the shotgun because he takes 2 shots with the shotgun, and I don't know how many shots with the handgun for phase 2. I've never actually put it down to the test, so I'm quite convinced that the shotgun is the faster option for phase 2. So as I said, stick with the handgun here. Like that. Switch before you go through this door. To your left, aim, fire. Oh, it's actually a one shot with the shotgun as well. But only if you're standing like right next to him when you fire. Shotgun has proximity based damage and does more damage the closer you are to your targets. So if you're not in, if you're not close enough to him, you'll have to shoot twice with the shotgun. Obviously, don't want that. Coming up is the only out of bounds trick that I do in this speedrun. It's according to the current world record holder for this category, assuming that is still Super Gamer 57. He says that it's actually slower to do the out of bounds glitch, but he also goes for, I believe, blind briefcase, which I don't. And to avoid blind briefcase, I have to pick up the thinner. And whenever I do the pick up the thinner route, I prefer it with the out of bounds glitch. So that's why I still swear to this route. Again here, wait a little bit with holding the analog stick, or else he's gonna run slightly to the right and into the wall instead of going down. It's really annoying. And out of bounds is gonna happen in a moment. We set it up like any other text trick in the game. Like so. Then you want to zoom in all the way to your character here. And then it's really crucial that you hold your trajectory here. So what happens is I go down the staircase, right? I set up the text trick. Then I can go out of bounds around the corner like so. And then I aim the full stop in the sentence that's on your screen at the corner of the room. And then I know sort of which angle to run in to reach this next room. You have to be very precise. There's like when you're running here in this darkness, if you're not running towards this camera angle exactly, you're gonna be lost, and it's gonna be a rib run. My angle was actually slightly too much to the right, but fortunately we still hit it. But as I said, the disadvantage to this route that I do right now is time, around 8 seconds, 10 seconds maybe. The advantages to this route is not having to do blind briefcase. So let's assume you win the blind briefcase route and you got like the last word was the right one. Then this route is actually faster then, all of a sudden. This is what I was talking about. The thinner is right here, so it's quite convenient. Takes us 1 or 2 seconds to pick it up. As always, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting close to the briefcase. That means this is your chance to guess what is the correct word. If you do not know the possible options, please type into chat !BC. And my bot will tell you the 22 possibilities. And it's gonna be one of those words. That's the right word. I'm gonna guess null. It's gonna be my guess. Let's see. And it's dose. Would seem I was wrong. Oh well. My fingers are actually a bit cold right now, so they feel quite stiff. Makes precise maneuver with using like a mouse and stuff like that a little difficult. We managed okay though, I'd say. Alright. Let's see if we can hit these hitboxes okay. Cinderella goes here. Snow White goes there. And Little Mermaid goes here, and we accept it. Play the music. Then we go through this door. Pick this one up. Quite crucial that we remember picking that one up as well. Go through this door and split. And we won some time, it seems, compared to last time. It's nice. Next up is hitting the VCR here. This hitbox is incredibly annoying. Did I get it? Nice. And destination Pyramid Heads. For that fight I actually want to switch to the shotgun. It's one quick swap away. Gonna do it here. I have the shotgun equipped now. And right through this elevator. You can actually skip the cutscene here when you press the basement floor. Normally you have to wait while watching this, but you can actually skip. It's a cutscene apparently. That's skippable. Usually riding an elevator in this game is not skippable. Almost at the boss fight. These guys can hit me through the floor here sometimes. It's not often they do it, but they can. It's really annoying when it happens. Alright, boss time. 1, 2. Here. It's the first egg. Quite a decent boss fight we had as well. I'm actually quite satisfied with how it went. And through the door. I'm gonna switch to 3D controls now. Because for whatever reason you cannot run upstairs in this game. You have to strafe upstairs. But you can only strafe with 3D controls, so that's why we make a switch here.
Mary, what are you saying?
Look, I'm disgusting. I don't deserve flowers.
I don't know why my timer is gray. That's actually weird. Oh. Whoa! What happened there? I hit both of the strafe buttons at the same time by mistake, which causes a quick turn. So, strafing up those stairs is definitely the fastest way of doing it. Damn it. I lost 4 seconds to the fight there. It's gonna leave me at this time. Almost a sub 42 actually. But that should be a PB according to my split anyway. Let me double check for you guys. Speedrun.com. I did not expect to PB today at all for any categories, so that's a pleasant surprise. Any difficulty? Okay guys, I am now 3rd place apparently for this category. I just beat Furry Wolves and Orofine on the leaderboards. Wow, that just happened. I have no words. I did not expect this. I'm not it does say let me check the time again. Do I have something wrong here? It says 42 minutes and 8 seconds, correct? And Orphine's time was, who is 3rd place for any difficulty, any percent, is 42:18. So I was 10 seconds faster than that. And 4th place is Furry Wolves, who's a 42:19. And 5th place is Nub Zombie with a 42:20. And I have a 42:8. That means that's 3rd place. Wow. Hey, Kyrie88, and welcome to the stream. And thank you so very much for that. Congratulations, I very much appreciate it. If I seem a little out of myself right now, it's because I am. I am a bit baffled right now.